Hello, Boston! I'm Kristina Mensik, and I'm here on behalf of Common Cause Massachusetts to stand with you and to thank you for coming out to stand with us tonight. I'm here today because, like you, I am outraged that the U.S. Senate that Senate Republicans have once again put party over country. I am here today to tell those senators that we know exactly what they have done. They orchestrated not a trial, a sham trial, and a cover-up in order to put their party and their loyalty to Trump not only above our country, but above our Constitution. They have imperiled our democracy by setting a dangerous precedent for future presidents and by giving Trump the green light to conduct further attempts at foreign interference in our elections. But for me tonight, and I'm sure this is the same for many of you, I am despondent, more so even than a rally in December. I feel despondent at how partisanship and misinformation have so greatly eroded the fabric of our democracy.
Shame!
Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame!
They have. Shame. They have enabled Senate Republicans to acquit the president without ever hearing witnesses, and that is unlike every impeachment in our history, impeachment of a president. But I also tonight feel a renewed and a clearer sense of our shared civic commitment. It is up to us to participate actively and loudly in our democracy, not just on Election Day in November, but every day. It is our task to restore and strengthen our core democratic institutions and to fight for those reforms that are out there and that we know will make ours the kind of robust, equitable, and participatory democracy that we here in Massachusetts have long idealized, but that we have never realized. Those reforms include pushing for the national popular vote. They include,
Popular vote!
They include publicly funded elections. And they include restoring voting rights to both the formerly and the currently incarcerated. They also include, as we are working to do so here in Massachusetts right now, reducing barriers to political participation by passing Election Day registration. There are bills in committee right now that we are pushing to get to a vote. It is no revelation when I say that the challenge ahead of us is great. The Senate sham trial and the current president's conduct mark what is undoubtedly a new low in the history of this country. And there have been lows before that we are still fighting to redress. But we are all here this evening because now we are choiceless.
Yes. And we're pissed off.
And we're pissed off!
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore!
That's right!
No Constitution!
A basic commitment to the common good and a basic commitment to the rule of law demand that we show up now and we tackle this challenge as historic and additive to others as it is. We must participate. We are all here because we know that to stay silent now is to be complacent. It is to say, oh well, to all of Trump's abuses, all of the harms that he has done to so many of those communities that are the communities that make our country great. We must now show up, if not for ourselves, then for our neighbors.
Yes.
And we need more out here. Where are you?
We must join or double down in those local campaigns and build a stronger democracy in the communities where we live, organizing and advocating for those reforms that ensure that every American has a voice in our government, Those reforms include protecting voting rights, passing common sense ethics rules, and limiting the influence of big money in politics. What's more, participating in and deliberating with our communities feels good. Our American crisis of apathy and isolation has left so many of us feeling disconnected from and discontented with the world around us. Participating in these campaigns will strengthen democracy in their ends and in their means.
Yes.
We are all here tonight because we know that Republican senators have failed to protect the Republic.
Failed the American people.
They greenlighted Trump's corruption and foreign interference in our elections. And because Trump will not protect our elections, we must. We need a strong 2020 election protection campaign to ensure that everyone has the right to vote and to inspire our friends and our neighbors to do the same. You can do that. You can do that by texting CAUSE, a quick plug, CAUSE to 97779. We must show up to set a new norm of participatory democracy in 2020. By coming here tonight, you are establishing that norm. You are inspiring your friends and your neighbors. You are demonstrating that in a democracy, this is what we do.
Yes.
We need a revolution.
In closing, it's a sad day for our republic, and it's a really sad day for our Constitution.
It's a sad day for America.
It's a sad day for America.
Shame.
Let her speak.
But it will not stop us from continuing to hold President Trump accountable, from fighting for the Constitution and fighting for the common good. Let's vote in November.
Yes.
Voting numbers too big to manipulate.
And let's do everything that we can between now and then to be sure that our neighbors, that our friends, and our family do the same. And let us live actively, realizing that a true democracy requires that we engage and fight for our beliefs and our values every day, even in the face of the most blatant disregard by some of those in political power. It is on you and me to continue this fight. Thank you.
Yeah.